A new warning to change your passwords today. Personal data from thousands of sites and apps have been leaked. Cybersecurity company Cloudflare, which provides web services, found a bug in its system. Now, the breach exposed data from popular apps like Uber, OkCupid, and Fitbit.
The bug exposed private information like usernames and passwords on search engines like Google and Bing, and the company says it found the source of the leak and that it's since been fixed. But we want to bring in Theresa Payton. She's the CEO of security consulting company Fortalice Solutions, and she's the former White House Chief Information Officer. And Theresa is also one of the stars of the hit CBS TV show Hunted. Good to see you.
Good to see you as well. Happy Friday.
Happy Friday, Theresa. All right, so how is it possible that a security bug was able to leak all of these username and passwords from these websites?
This is the challenge with our modern age. We had, there were 3 features that are offered in Cloudflare, and those 3 features actually conflicted with each other, which created this memory leak. They were found by a Google Project Zero developer and researcher and fixed, but they went on for 5 days, this breach. So the challenge for you and me is all of the sites we visited from February 13th to February 18th, if they were using Cloudflare, it is possible that your hotel bookings, that your password information, that searches that you did have been compromised and might be cached all over the web. So the best thing you can do today is change all of those passwords. And I know nobody wants to hear that, but that is really the best thing you can do today.
So why wouldn't these thousands of websites be equipped with the proper software to protect our information? I understand that there was sort of one central place that was hit, but don't these other websites have their own security measures?
They do, but the challenge is if these different sites that you visited, such as Uber and some of the other sites, and you are sharing information between that site and then a third-party site, that's when the issue starts to happen. Or if you're at work, and your work is using Cloudflare and you're doing other searches and other information, you could have sort of your outbound traffic be compromised. So the challenge is this is just another reminder to all of us that security today is unfortunately not bulletproof, that it will fail us. And that's why we have to take some safeguards. One example is that user ID and password you use with your bank, don't use that with your online shopping. Try and segregate those. So when issues like this happen, you can say to yourself, well, the last couple days of searches, I didn't do anything from the email address and password that I used for online banking, so I know my credit card and my bank account are safe. So that can be a good way to sort of head this off in the past, because unfortunately, we're going to continue to see issues like this.
Theresa, how do we know that this flaw in Cloudflare isn't a part of a bigger, more severe issue?
We don't know for sure yet, and what I would assume, because Cloudflare is a company that I respect, and Google, the Google Project Zero project has been phenomenal in finding these threats and vulnerabilities that are out there that people don't know about. My assumption is that team is working round the clock doing forensics to find out if there are other potential memory leaks and other potential issues, and that they will remedy those as soon as they find them. But again, it's just another reminder to us that all these companies are moving at lightning speed to give you and I great features and functionality to make our lives easier. And unfortunately, mistakes get made when you're moving at lightning speed.
Theresa, you mentioned one thing that we could do to protect ourselves, making sure that our banking password isn't the same as the password we use for other things. Anything else we can do? And we hear about this sort of stuff frequently enough now, where there's a warning out, change your password. I don't think most people jump on it. When should we get in there and change our passwords? When should we take the warning seriously?
I mean, I think if you make it part of your ongoing household routine. So for example, if you have something you do regularly at home, maybe you change the batteries on your smoke alarm on a periodic basis, or you wash all of the windows inside and out, whatever that sort of home thing that you do, put the changing the passwords there. The next thing I would love to see everybody do and take advantage of is add 2-factor authentication. So that way, if you don't get around to changing your passwords and something like an event like this happens, if somebody tries to take what they learned on the web and try to mimic you online, it's going to text a code to your phone and say, this doesn't look like you. If it is you, type in this code. But if it's a hacker using the information they stole from a breach like this, they're not going to have your cell phone to be able to put in that code. So 2-factor authentication is key. as that little safety net. I know it's annoying to use sometimes, but that is a safety net that people should take advantage of.
I know, because people do all this stuff online because it's supposed to be more convenient, and it's getting less convenient.
But yeah, but I know what you mean, Theresa. It is a pain because you have to always put in that two-factor authentication and wait for the text to come with your security number. But it is, if you want to, safeguard your assets and your lives, your personal lives, it's important. Theresa Payton, thank you so much for spending some time to talk to us about this. It's really important stuff. And don't forget to watch the season finale of Hunted on Wednesday, March 1st on CBS.
That's right. Thanks for having me. And we also live tweet and live on Facebook during the show, so feel free to join us and chime in.
All right. Awesome.